You're watching the Road Back YouTube channel, and in this episode I'm going to be discussing some fundamental things regarding CAT scans. CAT scans are generally used in the hospital when someone is having stomach pain or something that is underneath a breastbone area, pelvic pain. There are specific things, but they generally use CAT scans for many things, and it's very bad because it's radiation and so are x-rays. However, a CAT scan can sometimes be more helpful, and also a regular sonogram can be very helpful, and that's not taking intravenous radioactive fluid. You're still around the equipment, but it's still an easier way if it can be used first, and it's quicker. The sonogram machine. It's been around the longest, and usually the older things are better. But I will basically get to the point about CT scans, or a CAT scan. Essentially, the CAT scan has been told by many doctors and practitioners, to myself and my family, that it cannot pick up gallstones. Well, if that was true, then why are radiologists putting in reports no radiodense gallstones found? If it doesn't pick up gallstones, this would not be written in a report. However, I will say, if the gallstones are very tiny and it's not in a process of being a massive attack, or it's after the attack has happened when the stone has already passed through the bile duct area, then it probably isn't going to be shown. However, you must do a HIDA scan, HIDA, a HIDA scan, to find the gallstones at that time. But anyone that says that CAT scans cannot see a gallstone is not true, because any radiologist will tell you we put that in reports. We report that it either does or doesn't have any gallstones present at that time. However, my theory will be proven when, I'm sure they've done this already, but if someone's having a gallstone attack or a gallbladder attack, which can last from a few minutes to several hours, I've had them last for 12 hours, on and off. They're like heart attacks that never end, especially when they're induced by a drug causing it, like protonics. But the CAT scan essentially wouldn't show it if you were on the drug for a few days. However, it would show something wrong with the pancreas, at the pancreatic enzyme levels. So blood work is essential when someone is having these types of symptoms. A gall attack is like severe pain throughout your stomach and your chest, and it's like all over the place. It's so severe, you know it is not gas pain. And if you're on a PPI, or a proton pump inhibitor, or taking an H2 blocker, and you're getting these types of things, and sometimes they're triggered by food, sometimes they're just triggered by these drugs, because they slow the motility. They stop or slow the motility of the digestive fluids, which is your stomach acid, the HCl, that it's telling, your pancreas is telling your stomach, do not let the acid out of the G cells, or the gastrin cells, G cells, parietal cells, same difference. The gastrin levels go very high in the pancreas because it's wondering, what's going on? Why are we telling the stomach not to secrete the HCl from the parietal cells in the stomach lining? And so the pancreas is going way sky high on the gastrin levels, and other enzymes are out of whack because it's telling the stomach, or blocking the stomach's normal function. So back to the CT scan issue. if you're experiencing gallbladder attacks and you believe you've already experienced 2 or 3 of them, and you're pretty sure that these are gall attacks, whether it be because of heredity or old age, or you're on one of these acid-lowering drugs, or another drug like that birth control Yaz that caused gallbladder failure, things like that, they might not show it on a CAT scan. It's best to do a sonogram and make sure that your doctor is checking your liver and your pancreatic enzymes. The crucial ones are lipase and amylase. If they're way out of the American Medical Association range, if they're 200 or even 100 out of that range, higher than a normal American Medical Association standard range, then there's something going on with your pancreas. And 10 to 1, like I said, if you're having gallbladder attack symptoms, and you can check these out on gallbladderattack.com, then you need to have, like I said, the blood work is essential. And I know that a CAT scan can show a gallstone. I know that, and I don't know why some of these doctors are like, oh, it doesn't show that. Go talk to any radiologist and they will tell you a completely different story. That's the end of this segment of The Road Back.